my old gran, like I said, she was in the 60s when we were going up there, and take her 2 guana dogs with her. She had about 30 dogs with her. There's 2 guana dogs, there's other 2 dogs for hunting, and then there's 2 dogs that were just camp dogs that used to go with her and sit down and just look after and protect to make sure nothing came around her, you know. And we'd laugh at that, but then you think, well, that's their connection with animals and the environment, you know. It's just the way to do it. And the other thing is, this little white fellow I used to take up there, Robert, we'd go off up into the scrub and that and play and build bridges and all that. We were young fellas, but old Gran would catch a few little catfish. You know, most of the people just smash them in the head and throw them in the river, but she'd put these little fellas aside, and then she'd make a little fire, put a quart pot on, make a cup of tea. It was like syrup, it was more than syrup than tea, but she'd make it and she'd put these catfish on, cover them up with coals, cook it, and she'd have these little rice balls in a little billy can, and she'd sing out to us when they're cooked. We'd come over and Robert would say to me, "You can eat catfish?" I said, "Brother, you haven't eaten anything till you're eating fresh catfish." And he looked and he'd be watching, you know, and we'd break it open and it's all this white meat. And I'd start eating it and that, and he goes, "Oh, give me a taste." "Oh, that's nice." And he'd sit down and eat it, and then he'd go home and tell his dad, "Oh, catfish and rice, Dad." And his father, "Did they make you eat catfish?" He goes, "Oh, it was beautiful, Dad, you should taste it." You know, and that's the sort of things that they took home from there and said, and their father said, "Well, you know, I wouldn't have eaten catfish. Like last time we went up there to Corumba, we knocked the fillets off a catfish and fried it up, and it's beautiful." I said, "Well, any fish is good when it's fresh, but throw a cast net, you know. Tell the water when the bait, when the prawns are in the dirty water, when to throw the cast net, when the mullet, how to trick the mullet to come back." They're all them little things that you just learn from them, and you don't realise that that's what they've learnt from their oldies, their sisters and brothers, you know, from way back. And it's just something that you learn, and that's why I try to get my kids up there and teach them too. I get joy out of it again because I think that's the way you got to do it. That's the way we've always done it, you know, by word of mouth, by teaching them and showing them. And for them to pick it up and show their mates, you've done your job. You know, that's part of what we are. We pass our things on. We're not a written society. We're a learning, talking, storytelling, you know. How can you walk across half of Australia by just singing old songs, you know, and oh, this rock and that. It's just amazing, mate. A lot of people, you know, the mob up there in Mornington, how they go out fishing and just by the stars, you know, no land inside, just by the stars, and they get home. Yeah, still do. You know, motorboats now, not sailboats or that, but yeah.